Hey everybody, welcome to Shaney Entertainment. And don't forget Billy. Hey, I'm back, guys. Today, guys, Shaney and I, we're gonna do something pretty fun. Today, for our first ever Billy and Shaney roast our favorites. That's right, guys. We eat together here, like they, you know how they do with affection. They roast people. We are gonna roast our favorite movies. So today, we decided we're gonna start with one of our favorite movies of all time, and that's Star Wars. The first one, A New Hope. That's right, guys. Now, New Hope came out in 1977 and became one of the most iconic movies of all time. Oh, by far. Now, we both love this movie. This is one of our favorite movies. Oh, yeah. It had a lot of impact in my life. Me, it had a lot of impact in how I was raised, in my playtime as a kid. And so there's no doubt in our minds that we love this movie. But that's not gonna stop us from taking the piss out of it. Well, what's with the taking the piss? I never understood that saying. I see a lot of like Brits, they say, oh, we're going to take the piss out of this. What is taking the piss? It's like, you know, mocking something. Mocking? Well, why say take the piss? Are they extracting the urine out of people? I'm going to extract the urine out of this thing. It doesn't, I don't understand it. It's a British thing. What do you want from me? We're Canadians. We should come up with our own. Well, what's Canadian then? I don't know. We're hosers, right? Yeah, we're hosers. So let's hose this thing. And you're firefighters, so it works as a double entendre. Yeah, that's right. So Shaney and Billy hose Star Wars A New Hope. So the first thing you see when you see the movie is the 20th Century Fox logo. And my God, do I miss that thing. After all the things that Disney has done, I miss 20th Century Fox. You know, the movie starts a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I always wondered how George Lucas pitched this movie to 20th Century Fox. You know, this is a movie kind of like Flash Gordon, you know, but different. And they're going to be, when does it take place? George didn't know how to commit to a time. You just commit to a time already. When is it? It's 13,000 BC. Or 14,800 AD or something. Seemed like he didn't know, he just made it up on the spot. When does this take place, George? Long time ago. In a galaxy, far, far away. So next you see the title screen, Star Wars, and the epic music from John Williams. Which is another interesting thing that I would wonder to know when he was pitching this movie. Well, he'd be like, okay, well, it's an action film, space action movie, right? Yeah. And he goes, okay, well, what's the first scene? And I'll bet you it's a lot of action, huh? And he goes, no, it's a bunch of reading. What? Yeah, just a bunch of title script that comes down really fast and you can't hardly read it because you gotta read it. Oh, what the hell is this? And then what happened? A couple of minutes of reading. That's how the movie starts. I can't understand how the studios didn't jump at this movie. I bet you all the people that pass in this movie sure wish they didn't, though. Oh, yeah, that's for sure. So the title screen just goes and says how they struck the first victory against the Empire, the rebels did, by taking the plans about the Civil War, and yada yada yada. And then now they're escaping aboard the Custodian with the plans to destroy the Death Star. And that's they're being pursued by the Empire, and that's how the movie starts with the space battle. And then the white Custodian gets almost absorbed into the ship. So the alarm sounds off, and now the rebels are waiting for the door to open. And this is kind of the sequence in Rogue One where the Darth Vader kicks some ass here. That was a badass sequence. But in the original, there was none of that. In the original, they were just standing there with their guns pointed at the door, waiting for them to come out. That's the way the movie starts. And then we're introduced to two of the most iconic Star Wars characters, R2-D2 and 3CPO. C-3PO is one of the most beloved characters, but he's very pessimistic, isn't he? Yeah. I mean, the first thing he says, oh, the princess is doomed this time. He never says anything uplifting. He's never like, oh, don't worry, things will work out. Him saying, I think it's going to be okay. We'll be fine. Never. He's like, she's doomed. He's like that party pooper you don't want around at the party. Be like, could you shut this guy up? He's really a downer. So now they get boarded, and a big fight brouhaha takes place. Light shows and laser beams flying, pew, 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 pew. You know, and they're shooting at the door, and they're shooting back, and there's smoke, and it's a very tense scene. Mind you, they had a lot of time to prepare, and the funny part about this scene I always thought was the stormtroopers come through a very small opening where they have no other choice but to come out. You'd think that they get slaughtered, you know, bottlenecking themselves like that. You could take full advantage of that. I mean, the first person to come should be Vader, because Vader could just hold back the fire Leia and just, push them back. But anyway, let's go on. So the fight scene includes pew, 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 pew. Those are good sound effects. You like them? No. Ah, come on. They were pretty good. So during the melee, you got R2-D2 receiving the plans from Princess Leia, and no one informs C-3PO about what's going on here. It just looks like some shenanigans to him. I wonder what he thought about it. He just sits there watching Princess Leia just slip something. I guess he thought maybe he was slipping him a Mickey or something. Like maybe he was thinking they had a secret affair. I don't even know. But apparently he was completely clueless. And never asks either. He's not like, what's going on between you two over there? Is she giving you some secret plans or something? Okay, here's another thing. He stares directly at them, knows what they're doing, and then says, where have you been? Was he on sleep mode?
At last, where have you been?
Now this is a great scene. I love this sequence. The first time you see what a badass Darth Vader is. We haven't gotten the plans. It's not in the computer. And then he asks the guy, goes, what? He holds him up by the throat like this and says, why don't you have the plans? Where's the plans? And choking him out. And he's like, we don't have them. We're on an ambassador mission or something. You're on a humanitarian mission. Then where's the ambassador? And he throws him. I love the way he throws him. Just like, get out of here, you piece of crap. Throws him like that. That was a pretty awesome throw. I got good mileage on that too. Hey, just throws him. Get the hell out of here. Tired of your lies. Tear the ship apart. I want those plans. You knew you were for something awesome here the minute you saw this sequence. This was an amazing sequence. I can't roast this. I will roast a lot, but I can't roast this. The funny part is they start looking around the ship. They start looking like, oh, it's over here. Ooh, is there plans under there? Looking under the rock. Plans? Is there any plans under the rock? Where are the plans? It's almost like someone in the camera said, look for plans. What does that mean? I don't have a helmet. I can barely see. Just look around. Like as if you're looking for something. And they're just like, oh, plans. Do they even know what the hell they're looking for? So they finally find Princess Leia set for stun, and then they stun her to the ground. This guy who's not a doctor presides, she'll be fine. For all we know, she's got a heart condition, but she'll be fine. I don't have to check on her or a pulse or nothing. I mean, you could have killed her with that thing. You don't know her medical history. Getting too bogged down with these details. That's what we do. So now they're like running for their lives. R2-D2 is about to board an escape pod, and then C-3PO says, "Yeah, you're not allowed in there." Like, dude, I know he's a protocol droid, but geez. I mean, here he is worried about where he's not allowed to go in a time when he's running for his life. You're not permitted to go in there. You can get suspended. Meanwhile, they're running for their life. He says, you'll be deactivated for sure by the guys who are already captured or dead. I love their banter. This is the first time you see their dynamic. Beep, beep, beep. Don't you call me a mindless philosopher, you overweight bag of grease. What secret plans? What mission? Where are we? What color is this? Meanwhile, you just saw him staring at R2 getting something from Leia. He then gets shot at, and then, oh, okay, I'm gonna get in the pod, but then goes, I'm gonna regret getting in here even though he's being shot at. So then they escape, and the two people on the ship are tracking them on the escape pod, the droids, and he's like, there's another one. He goes, there's no life forms, just let him go. You do realize that you're looking for someone with the plans? Tear the ship apart until you find the plans? And these two nitwits just let a pod escape. They just, there's nothing there, just let him go. These guys, after this sequence, they didn't show it, but you can guarantee you're not going to go to Darth Vader and say, why did we not find the plans? And he's going to be like, well, there was this one thing. What? What are you talking about? There was like an escape pod, but there was nobody on it, so we didn't do nothing about it. Definitely these two are going to be choked out, for sure. No, the whole way down, C-3PO is complaining, are you sure this thing is safe? Look how bad up here. He's got the worst case of droid anxiety you've ever seen. He's just consistently worried about everything. One of my favorite scenes now is that Princess Leia says, oh, you have some nerve there, Vader, coming in here and interrupting an ambassador mission. And then he's like, oh, don't pretend that I know the truth. You spies gave you the plan. And then he's like, you are a member of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take it away. I love that line. So now the guy comes out and says, oh, by the way, we haven't found the plans, but there was an escape pod that escaped and there was no life forms on board. And then Vader goes, well, there must have been on that ship. Those two are dead meat. So now the droids are on Tatooine and they're out of the escape shuttle, and they're walking down the desert. Now, I always found this part kind of weird. Now, how the heck, I understand C-3PO walking down, but I never understood R2-D2. The guy's got little tiny wheels. It's almost like a shopping cart there with the way his wheels work. And he could somehow navigate quite easily through this. How the hell does he traverse through sand? But anyway, I digress. Now, C-3PO in this part, well, she's not just in this part, the whole damn movie long, reminds me of my grandmother. Oh, I must be made to suffer. How could this happen to me? Oh my God, what's going on? How does he get into space with all his anxieties? I don't even understand. Now, as they're walking through the desert, R2-D2 senses something and once and turns around and starts going in that direction. C-3PO, who doesn't know where the heck he's going, complains about everything, decides, well, where are you going in that direction? For no reason other than to be disagreeable, says, well, I'm not going in that direction. That's too rocky on that side. Let's go this side. It's much easier. And he's like, well, there's settlements over there. And he's like, what? What makes you think that? Maybe because he's a droid with senses on him that he could sense things coming ahead. So maybe you should listen to him. He goes beep 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 beep, and he goes, well, what mission again? Well, you keep talking about this mission. What mission? Then he goes, yo, go that way, you jerk. Yeah, you'll be malfunctioning in a scrapyard, and then kicks him. So they split up. R2 goes his way, and C-3PO goes the other way, which didn't make a lick of difference. This whole scene could have been avoided. And the funny part is now C-3PO is walking away, and he's all like going for, I guess, for a long time, and he sees Noah. He's like, that little twerp, he tricked me into going this way. Am I the only one who sees this thing when you watch it again? How unlikable C-3PO is. So now he gets picked up and taken by the Jawas into that big tank-looking thing that has only windows at the top. And R2-D2 gets picked up, he gets electrocuted, and then he gets taken by the Jawas into the ship where they have all the droids. I guess it's like a droid slave trading ship, and that's where they meet up again. That's where you see that red R2-D2 for the first time, which I always wanted to do. There's a red one. I always liked the red R2-D2. There was that bug-looking droid, the one that kind of looked like Wally. There was the garbage can one, Bob. Yeah, the one that looks like they turned a McDonald's garbage can into a droid. Oh yeah, he did kind of look like a McDonald's garbage can. He kept saying gonk, gonk. So now he sees R2 for the first time. C-3PO does. He's like, R2, is that you? And he goes, oh, R2, it's you. I missed you. Oh my God, I shouldn't have kicked you. And I told you to beat it, to use scrap iron or something. It's kind of a douche. He's like that friend you just leave behind. You wouldn't want to take him with you. So now you have the stormtroopers. They finally land. They finally realize that escape pod might have had the plans, and now they're combing the desert looking for them. Someone was in the pod. There's tracks going that way. And then goes, look, sir, droids. He puts up this ring. It could have belonged to anybody, but it definitely, look, it's a droid for sure. And now they stop in front of Luke's farm, his moisture farm. Which I always wanted to know why they were moisture farmers. Luke and his uncle and Aunt Beru were moisture farmers. What is a moisture farmer? I don't know. I always wondered, what is a moisture farm? They sit there and they grow moisture, and then what, they sell it at the marketplace or something? Is moisture that big of a racket that they have a whole farm dedicated to moisture? Not even anything else. Not even blue milk. Just moisture. We get your moisture, yeah. Moisture. They go to the markets and sell moisture. Now you'd think the Jabba the Hutt would have cornered the market in moisture if it was that lucrative. Yeah, like maybe Jabba cornered the market in everything else, and so there was nothing left but moisture to make money off of. So that's the only thing they could do, was moisture farming. It was like, what can we do that Jabba the Hutt hasn't already done? Moisture, that's it. So they had to go get a protocol droid that speaks Bachi. So that's where they go to look for a droid. Lucky thing for them, huh? So they want to buy C-3PO because he speaks Bachi and can talk to moisture evaporators or whatever the hell that is. You speak Bachi? Yeah, and moisture evaporators? Yeah, okay. Now get on board. We got some moisture evaporators that need you to talk to. They've been very disagreeable, those moisture evaporators. We need you to sit there and discuss things and let them see eye to eye, because without those moisture evaporators, our moisture farm is crippled. So now this is the time when you see where Luke is a very disagreeable child. He's like, well, Luke, go take these two and go clean them up. He's like, but I don't want to. I was going to go get some power converters from my friends. So they get the red R2 and C-3PO take off. And then the red one breaks down midway through, which was hilarious. They were lucky that they didn't spend all that money, and it broke down like a week after. They would have been, where's your warranty on this thing?
Hey, what are you trying to push on us?
And it breaks down because of a bad motivator.
R2 unit has a bad motivator, look.
It couldn't get motivated to go. It was lacking motivation. George Lucas is the king of naming things. So that prompts them to get R2-D2. These two are friends, and they never act like friends. It's like, why should I have stuck my neck out for you? And I don't understand. If the other one didn't break down with a bad motivator, C-3PO wouldn't have said nothing, and then they would have just been separated. Yeah, that's kind of true. I mean, you'd think they were buddies and that he wouldn't have left without him, but he was just gonna leave without him anyway. Yeah, I mean, he did a good sales job selling himself.
Can you speak Bocce?
Of course I can, sir. It's like a second language to me. I'm as
Yeah, all right,
fluent in-
shut up. I'll take this
Shut
one.
up.
Could have been, not that red one, you don't want that red one, you want that blue one, use the Force. The blue one is the one you want. Alright guys, that's the end of part 1. Yeah, that was fun. We're gonna do the rest of this movie on a weekly basis or something like that. Alright guys, so don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. Alright guys, so stay tuned for the next part. To be continued. Stop. Okay. Once again, guys, please no hate mail. We love this movie.